Hello, it's us. We're here. We're back.
Yay!
I was like, why is everybody so quiet? Because you're all muted. Because you're
We're all
polite.
muted.
We're
But
trying to
hello.
be
Hello.
respectful.
Hi!
We're
Woo!
here. We're back. Oh no, it's not muted
Yay!
on the dashboard. That's annoying. Okay. I hate the dashboard used to like keep the setting of whether or not it was muted, but now every time you go in there, you have to remute yourself, and that's.
I'll make the dashboard
I know.
now.
I won't be making it either. So in a few months, I'll still be complaining about these things. I got a job. Okay, sorry. Focus. So, it's been a while since all five of us could sit down together because
Yay!
various cast members have been away at various times, and then last week we couldn't play at all because my current job is trying to work me to death. But we have gathered here today. So before we can do any beginning of session stuff or role playing, whatever, we need to talk about Rill. Because
that fucking gang of cats.
Yeah, Rill's cult is DED dead.
Oh, we were just getting started too.
And if you don't have a cult, you can't be a hocus. So we need to talk about your transition into another playbook. So,
Let's do it.
yes, switching playbooks. I need to open the rules because I didn't do it because I'm terrible at this. Hold please. There we go. Is it switching or swapping? Switch. Nope.
Change to a new playbook.
Change. Thank you.
I
mean, some of them are still around, but the ones that are around no longer see you as like their spiritual leader that will guide them to happiness, because you kind of guided them to ruin. So some of them are still around, but they don't see you as like their link to God anymore.
That's fine. I'm probably not. I've been defeated by cats. I don't think anyone's going to see me as a link to anything.
Rules. Here we go. Changing character type. So you keep your old character playbook for reference and transfers her character into the new playbook. The idea is that you keep everything belonging to your intrinsic self. So that means your stats, your hex, your
nice
moves and improvements, except for the ones pertaining to your cult, because it's gone. So the next bullet is leaves behind everything belonging to her old life. So you're losing your cult, essentially.
Yeah, because I never had any gear or anything else.
Yeah, you don't get your cult. You don't get fortunes.
Okay.
Do you keep frenzy is the question. Andrew, resident expert.
Is that intrinsic to herself?
Does frenzy just work on a mob, or is it on the cult specifically?
It works on any group of people, right? So
it says when you speak the truth to a mob. I don't know.
So you would keep frenzy.
Okay.
It's just fortunes that you lose.
Okay. So removing the fortunes. Got it. And then do I just keep these 5 experience check marks or no?
Yes.
Okay.
You should. 5 experience means you get a new improvement.
That is right.
You get a thing.
Remember that now. I was supposed to get a new improvement. Ha! Cool.
yeah, you can choose from the Skinner or whatever. You were talking about maybe being a Skinner, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I was.
You can choose one of those improvements.
So let's do that last. Let's first start with getting everything belonging to your new life. So you get the new default. You get the starter Skinner moves, whatever those may be. Let me look. Skinner.
Does this count as my option to change my character to a new type so that I don't have a death mark thing?
Well, you didn't die. Your cult is dead.
I just changing. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's forced by the fiction, not you taking it as an improvement.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, you know, Naja,
Well, Andrew.
when your life is untenable is a very open notion.
That's true.
That's also true.
I think it would be fair to say that it counts as that option.
Back to that lawyering about using it as my improvement.
And see, I would
changing
say
your playbook is not an improvement that you would have access to until you're on your 6th.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
So
I mean, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, I think almost, I would say almost that your life isn't untenable because you lost your cult. As far as we could tell, you were kind of like ambivalent about whether or not your cult lived or died anyway.
Yeah, I didn't really care.
You didn't seem terribly invested, but you are untenable as a hocus. So we can take this as your change of playbook mark for things you can do when life becomes fucked up.
It's fine. Nothing else bad is going to happen to you ever. So.
Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. Oler ate the cat.
You ate all the cats?
No,
I ate a cat.
No. Please go hoover down the rest of them so I don't have to worry about that gang of cats.
We're at 1 out of ? Cats murdered.
Okay, so I think, why are you not helping me? Creating a Skinner, it moves. You get all the basic moves, blah, blah, blah. You choose 2 Skinner moves. So of the Skinner moves, pick 2. Start with.
Okay. Let me see this. Skinner moves.
I'm going to change your class on your sheet.
Artful and gracious. And oh. This is a hard choice, guys. An arresting Skinner or hypnotic?
That is tricky.
Hypnotic's the coolest move in the game.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that. I'm like reading it right now and I'm like, oh no, this is better. Yeah, hypnotic.
It's a really neat, very
impactful
cool and like interactive move. It's very cool.
Yeah. Hypnotic is when you have time and solitude with someone, they become fixated upon you. Roll plus hot. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 2. They can spend your hold 1 for 1 by giving you something you want, acting as your eyes and ears, fighting to protect you, doing something you tell them to.
So that's if cool. You actually wanted Oler to hoover up all the cats,
I could get him to do it.
Yes.
Okay. And then I choose a weapon, yeah?
Is that what the thingy says?
Skinner gear.
Yes. So your gear, you get 1 gracious weapon, 2 Lux gear. You get oddments worth 2 barter, and fashion suitable to your look.
I think I will go. What?
Having undergone this transformation in a like concert hall with like all these costumes and stuff around too, like there's so much room for this to get really odd and like
fabulous
for you to have found some of this stuff too.
Oh, if anyone watches me on D&D, you know how much I love finding things to wear. This is making me really happy. Let's go with, what does infinite mean on Hidden Knives?
I'm sorry, what?
It says
infinite hidden knives.
Oh, I just have
infinite. Okay. You just have knives on you.
You pull out a knife.
Let's do hidden knives. Yeah, I like that. Infinite knives. Let's do that.
Okay, 2 harm, a hand, infinite.
Knives forever.
So because it's hand, it should be clarified that I don't think you can throw them. Question mark?
Okay, that's fine. I'll just get close and stab people.
Hand to hand.
Yeah, you can stab people with them. And it's not like you can be like, I'll sell you this knife for $1, and then you're like, and I'll sell you this knife for $1.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
As a unit.
I'm obviously going to get the long, gorgeous coat. Let's just not beat around the bush here.
Okay.
And oh, do I want a pet or a tattoo? This is like a real life
Pet. Oh my
question.
god, pet.
I think I want a
I mean,
pet.
a pet and a tattoo are both going to cost you about the same overall. So,
Oh, yeah. Let's. Do I want a pet? I'm not very good at taking care of things in this
Oh
game.
my god,
You're
pet,
really
pet,
not.
Pet.
that's the
I'm
perfect
gonna
reason
get
to
a
take
pet. I'm gonna get a pet. Can I have a pet? Do I get to choose what it is?
Yes.
Oh my god, get a burp. Get a burp. Oh my god, get a burp.
I could get a bird, but I kind of want a snakey.
A snake or a
The
sloth. You get a sloth.
snakes.
You get a sloth.
I want a snake that I can wear around my neck like a scarf.
That's
Okay,
hot.
that's pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
And
Uh,
how is your snake like partially like mechanical? Because all the animals in this setting make like modem noises and pencil sharpener noises and have metal parts.
they're like partially motorized. I mean, I would say that my snake's little rattler on its tail is made of metal, and it's a prosthetic. my snake lost its rattler and it needs a new one. So I would say that when I can find different things to fashion new rattles out of, I'll do that for my snake.
Nice. Alrighty, so we've got the
Make
gracious
different
weapon.
noises.
We have the Lux gear. Add 2 barter to your total. And what's the overall look? Like, are these is this coat a costume piece? Are you like what do you look like now?
Oh my god. What coat do I want? Oh, there's so many good options.
And just for context, before it was coveralls and a white t-shirt.
I
But
know.
coveralls like tied at the waist. That was what your previous look was?
Is that so? The whole thing's changing, right?
As much as you want. I mean, you do have a coat. We've established this, but
so I now do not want to wear coveralls at all. Okay. I want to wear a one-piece leotard with. Do I want tights or not? I don't think I do. I'm gonna wear the one-piece leotard with some thigh-high stockings that I can take off when it gets hot, and some boots, some big boots. And my coat is going to be like one of those, you know, the material of like carpet bags. It's going to be, no, I don't want that. Ooh,
okay.
I'm trying to think of what is smart for when it gets cold, but also what I want because it looks good. I won't get cold though, because I light things on fire all the time. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay. So the thing that I wear over is this like sheer, long, like giant sleeved robe looking thing.
Nice. So you look like it's like a transparent like wizard with like the pointed sleeves.
I look like Sunset Boulevard, like 1940s insane, like those insane like actress robes that they would like walk down the staircases in.
You're a star. I get it.
Yes.
And
I have my snake wrapped around my neck.
And for the benefit of our audience who doesn't know, what is your art?
My art is arson. I'm an arsonist. It's fire. My art is fire. My art is lighting things on fire in a way that is beautiful and pleasing to the eye.
That's hot.
Lovely. So, I think. Oh, right, and you have 1 improvement to spend.
Ooh. Okay.
So you could be hypnotic and whatever the other one is, or if you want to take one of the other improvements, you could take a move from. No, you can't take a move yet. It's not clearly marked here, but it is here. Oh yeah, you could take a move from another playbook, right? That's not a higher level.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even looked at those. Andrew, any recommendations?
That you play your character.
Damn,
They'll get moved to it
savage.
for you.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
I don't want to hold
Yo.
everyone up.
We're playing the game. This is what playing the game looks like.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know
Pressure.
what I would suggest if you really want a suggestion.
I mean, not now. Andrew's ruined it.
Now that I've made you
Well-
feel bad. Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, you didn't
don't
make me
wanna
feel bad. You've just challenged me. So, I mean, I'm not going
Right.
to back down to this challenge of reading and
Reading is the final boss in this game.
Oh, you know what I think I'm going to do in light of what has happened to me and how those cats just fucking got the best of me. Let's take the gun lugger move. Fuck this shit. I
That's a
can
good
name my
one.
escape route and roll plus hard on a 10 plus move suite. I'm gone. So that's my extra move.
Nice. So make sure you
Nice.
update all of that on your Roll20 character sheet.
Yes.
For me, what is your snake's name? Does it have one?
You know, I've been thinking about it. I'm not entirely positive what I want to name my snake. This is a really big deal.
I know it is for you.
Give me a few minutes. Let's
Okay,
continue.
we'll come
on
back to that.
Something.
We will come back to that. Okay, so now that we've got Rill figured out for now, let's talk about beginning of session moves. So we no longer have fortunes, but we do have bone feel. Does anybody else have anything that they need to roll at the beginning? I don't think so. Okay, so give me that
Roll that bone feel.
bone feel.
Bone feel. Here we go.
Okay.
9. Okay. That's
And what is a 7 to 9?
the 7 to 9. 1 hold. At any time, either you or the MC can spend your hold to have you already be there with the proper tools and knowledge, with or without any clear explanation as to why.
Okay. Okie dokie, got it. So next we need to do lifestyle. Oler eats garbage, and it's fine.
Yep.
Booty, are you paying for yourself or is somebody else paying for you? How much barter do you even have?
Let me take a look. I know I have some barter left. So if I do, I will pay for myself. Where the hell did it go? I think I have 4 barter left. So
That's
I will
a
pay
lot
one.
of barter.
Yeah. Where are you earning barter?
That's a good question. I know that I started with a fair amount.
And she sold some of her
Yeah.
angel stock.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. So I
Right,
believe
right,
I have
right.
4. That is what it says on my sheet.
Okay, so you're spending 1.
Yes, please.
Alrighty. Grandma Gucci.
I will spend 1.
All right.
Oh,
Rill.
I'll spend 1.
Okay. I will deplete your barter one day. All right, fantastic highlights. So starting with Rill, who has the highest hex on your sheet?
Let me look here. It looks like I had Gucci hex plus 2 and Booty hex plus 2, and then Oler was hex plus 1.
So choose between Gucci and Booty.
Gucci.
Let's since you're now Skinner, let's see your hot, since that's the Skinner hotness.
All right. Highlighting that hot.
And since you've had it with the cats, I want to see you be hard. Hot and hard.
And so I leave those as the stats from before, right?
If those were your stats before, then yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you only have the 2 at any
Just
time.
confirming. Thank you.
Oler. You're muted.
You're muted.
Rill can highlight for me now that I'm not muted.
Ooh. Oler. Cool and hot.
Pick one.
No, you pick one.
Oh, one. Sorry. Cool. Sorry.
Cool.
Etc. Me. I think you need to be weird. Shit's weird.
You're absolutely right.
Really good
You're
call.
absolutely right that I need to be weird. It's true.
Gramaguchi.
I've got my choice between Rill or Oler. I'm gonna give it to Oler. What do you want to see me do, Andrew?
I mean, all your moves trigger off of weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just highlight weird. Do Gramaguchi stuff, please.
Thank you.
I think I need to break up the OTP here of Booty and Gucci and instead highlight your sharp.
Okie dokie.
Things are a little different, and I need somebody to notice.
I'd like to see them.
Yeah, Booty.
Gramaguchi, you actually have the highest text with me. What would you like?
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Relationships are serious, okay, you two?
Yes.
Don't just giggle.
It's just so new, you know.
So new.
Booty, I would like to see you be cool. You're cool, right? Be
No,
cool. Be
I'm
cool.
definitely not.
Yeah, that's what I want to see it.
Makes sense.
And I will highlight your sharp. Okay, so we've got our highlights. We're ready to go.
Now, question.
Yes.
Because we rolled Bonefeel first and then highlighted stats,
You should mark XP for it.
do I mark XP for it, yes or no?
Yes. It counts.
Okay. That's because weird
I'll
was
do
not
that the other way around next time.
It makes a difference because that's my 5th XP and I get an improvement. So
Oh, lovely.
that's why I care so much.
Do you know what you're gonna take? Talk
Yeah.
about it later. Or
Yeah, I'm actually was just gonna I did know what I was gonna take. Where did I put my
do you have like a flow chart?
hard?
What,
No.
you don't?
I have
know,
a
right?
5-year plan for my life for this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take deep insights and just get +1 more weird. Give me 3 weird.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Okay, so I think last we saw everybody, you were all inveigled some way or another in the concert hall. But I think when we come in on this session, some time has passed. I think the last thing we see, actually, before we do the time passing, Oler, what does it look like when you decide to fuck off and leave?
Oh, when I use the mother's heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's Oler like stepping into the television as if it was like a weird pool of water or something. Like there's like ripples, and then I like just go through it. So I just like pieced out into the TV world for a minute.
Yeah, so you step into the screen, and like the horrible grinding noise that the lady was making starts to fade out, and everything is very blue for an indeterminate amount of time, and then you come out of the screen somewhere else. Where is that?
If I can be anywhere I want to be, then I would probably just come out of my little wall of smartphones.
Smartphones, yeah. So yeah,
just like tumble out of it, like roll out of it upside down.
Yeah, so you kind of roll out of the wall of cell phones, and it's very quiet here compared to where you came from, and there's just kind of there's a moment of like marked silence with just the drip of the water from the pipe. What do you do after that?
I mean, do you want me to roll the move, by the way?
Oh, yes. If there's I'm not familiar with this move,
so it's when I withdraw into the world psychic maelstrom, I roll plus weird. And so on a 7 and 9, I choose 1. And so it says you emerge again about an hour later, and meanwhile you can watch and hear what's happening where you were. you can reemerge in a different place altogether, which I think is what I'll take. And then I can also heal myself or bring someone else in and out with me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll just use it to
You'll just go
GTFO.
to your den.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. hadn't read the move.
It's okay.
But yeah, so you pop out of your wall of cell phones. It's very quiet. You have no idea what time of day it is, if it's even the same day. What happened to anybody else? And maybe you don't care. Oler seems like the kind
I
of
feel betrayed by Grandma because she's in bed with the enemy. So, yeah.
Literally.
So I think I'm going to talk to the whoever the hell that was about they wanted me to like bring them bodies and stuff.
yes.
I didn't quite manage to do that. But I want them to help me find some people for them to inhabit.
All right. So it sounds like you're opening your brain.
I guess so.
So
I do great.
yeah, it's wonderful. So you sit down in front of your wall of cell phone screens and you fixate on them for a while. And in due time, they do flicker on. But instead of dozens of faces, you just see dozens of skulls.
Oh.
And some of them still have flesh hanging on them. Some of them are like noticeably burned. Some of them look like the bone was somehow melted in a weird way. And they're all like angled towards you, like towards the center, staring at you. And the ones that can open their mouths and they say, "Why have you come back empty-handed?"
Uh. I just thought maybe you would know better places to look. I tried to go find people, but it's hard when they're always chasing me.
And so like one skull starts to whisper, and they all start to whisper until it becomes this like cacophonous sound of them like shouting at you, "Destroy the city, destroy the city, destroy the city." And I think you take one psi harm
Oh, fun.
as they like
Thanks.
scream at you from each individual cell phone. And we cut over to Grandma Gucci, and you're like looking at this. You're not quite sure what it is, but this thing that you received at the Concord Hall, and like in the distance you hear like this echoing shriek.
Oh, my goodness. I hope that Oler is all right. They're always getting into trouble, aren't they? Anytime there's any strange goings on. And like, she's talking to one of the cats because there's nobody else around. Oh,
This cat has a toaster for a body. It's upside down, and the legs are coming out of the little slots where the bread is supposed to go, and the plug is like waving like a tail, and its like little deformed head is like butting against you.
Do you know where Oler is, darling? Can you help me find him?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to open my brain to the world's psychic maelstrom and see if we can find Oler. Let's do this. Yeah.
So the cat jumps into your lap and it gets like painfully hot. And it's like curled up. But as you're looking at it, you start to, what is it? You hear things.
Yeah.
Right? You hear this like rumbling noise of a train going through a tunnel. And you may not recognize it, but you see like a train. The audience will recognize it as like a subway train running through this tunnel. And on the platform, there are just all of these skeletons piled up.
Ooh. Oh dear, they're underground again. Now let's see if we can find them. Like I go and I take the thing, and what can I use things speak on this thing to examine it?
Yeah, if you have the move.
I do. I haven't got to use it yet.
That's
So
it's
let's
kind of your jam. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, so like I go to go set it down, and like I suddenly realize that I'm holding it. Have you ever done that? You're holding something and then you get distracted, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna set this down. And you're like, wait a minute, what am I even holding? And let's examine this. 10. All right, 3 hold. 3 questions. Who handled this last before me?
The woman in the Concord Hall who gave it to you. She goes by the name the Queen.
Okay.
And she had the man in the metal plating, who she called the Knight, retrieve it from the wing, and she handed it to you.
What has been done most recently with this or to this?
You see the man that was like wrapped in aluminum foil, who she called the Squire, attacking one of the screens with like a pipe, and ripping this like net of wires and motherboards and whatever out of it, and running away with it.
And then finally, what is wrong with this and how might I fix it?
Oh, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with it? It is. I'm trying to decide, like, wrong from whose point of view.
I mean, that's a little ambiguous.
Yeah. I guess from the Queen's point of view, because she gave it to you with instructions to fix it. It's allowing the screen heads to communicate. And she wants you to find a way to redirect the communication. So you need to spend time like reprogramming it.
Okay. Making a note here. Cool. Awesome. And then I will set it down for right now and see if I can follow my feeling to find Uller.
Okie dokie. So you wander out, and the toaster cat follows you. I think it makes like that clicking noise that like heaters and things make when you turn them on, and it's just making that noise as it follows you. And let's get a glimpse of where Booty is. Booty, where are you?
So last we knew I was like dancing, right? So I've like just stopped dancing.
So it's some time has passed. You're back in the candy shop.
Oh, okay.
Barker is there.
Okay.
Bullseye has left, and you haven't seen Bob since you tried to get him to pay for something, and he was not into it. Bob is MIA.
Okay. I guess I would be interested to know, can I open my mind to the psychic maelstrom to find out what happened to me? Am I interested at all, or am I just like moved on completely?
I mean, only you can say whether you want to know why that woman.
I think it's really bothering me. Yeah, I'm really curious. I would like to find out what happened to me. So I would like to open my brain, and I will roll as soon as I remember how. Is it roll?
It's weird.
Yeah, okay. 2D. 1 second.
You could just click the die next to weird on your character sheet.
That is so helpful every time. Okay, doing it.
Succeeds partially.
Whoa.
What is it? What do you like? Where do you go to like find
Chill
your
out.
center? Yeah.
I think I like to go to the place in the mall that kind of looks like it once held water of some kind. So I go to like this empty, dried, cracked fountain.
Hmm.
And I just like go and sit there and examine the tiles, try to figure out what's going on.
So as you stare at them, they rearrange into the image of a raven, and it's got some gore dripping from its beak. But it reaches up with a wing and pulls its face off.
Oh shit.
Oh.
And below that face, below this raven mask, there's a very like beautiful woman, and she's singing the most beautiful song, and it kind of entrances you all over again.
Wow.
That's what you see.
When I finally snap back to reality, I start thinking about, I have to find this woman. This woman is clearly very important. I have to know who she is and why I saw her. And it's kind of like I've already forgotten about the gore.
Yeah.
And the dripping. And all I can think about is just the song, the singing. So I guess I'll go and I'm going to go back and I'm going to like talk to Barker and be like, hey, Barker.
And he kind of looks up for where he's like sprawled out in a chair, and he's got like a lollipop sticking out of his mouth, and he's like, yep.
Yeah. Do you know any like really attractive ladies?
He pointedly looks you up and down.
Excuse me.
I mean, you asked.
This is a place of business, Barker, and I do not take kindly.
Oh, I saw what kind of business you got up with Granny Gucci.
Listen, what I have with Granny Gucci, oh my God, could it be Granny Gucci?
He kind of gives you a quizzical look.
I mean, now that I think about it, she is beautiful in her own way, and I do love her.
He just kind of sighs.
I wonder if Granny Gucci is the key to finding out more about this. I think I'd like to go and see Granny Gucci.
So you go to the junkyard? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Wait. I gotta make sure that Granny Gucci feels happy to see me, so I'm gonna like stuff my pockets full of gummy worms and Vicodin.
All right.
Let's go. I'm ready. Fix my dino onesie, wipe that gore, and head on out.
So you head into the junkyard, and it's got big stacks of mechanical refuse, and it's very quiet there. Oddly, could you roll sharp for me?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yeah, it's really eerily quiet, and you feel like something's watching you, but you're able to navigate your way through the heaps of garbage.
Do I feel like there's something wrong with this scenario?
Yeah, you kind of got it like the hairs on the back of your neck are raised. Like you're unsettled.
I'm gonna pull out Mr. Wiggles, my handy dandy companion knife, just in case. So I'm not gonna wield it or anything. I just have like one hand kind of like lightly on the hilt, and I'm gonna call out for Granny Gucci.
So
Granny Gucci.
Granny, you're looking. You found Oler. Oler, what do you look like at this particular moment?
I think I look like the queen as a young lady.
The queen?
So like people who have seen that person would look at me and be like, oh, it's kind of like maybe they're related or something.
The Queen of the Conquered Hall, to be
Yeah.
clear, not Elizabeth
Not
II.
like the queen.
I was slightly confused.
I was
I
like,
can
the,
see
like
that.
the queen? I was like,
I
okay.
can see that.
No. It's not. I'm not referring to Beyonce.
Ah,
Sorry.
Oh, right, of course.
So Freddie Mercury.
But yeah, whoever this old lady in the Concord Hall is, I look like a younger version of her.
So you find Oler, and they're sprawled out, like perfectly placed in the center of a small clearing. They're like starfished. There's no like
What'd you
footprints
do?
in the dust or anything. They're just there.
Right.
And
And
you
I'm like
hear,
groaning.
yeah, and you hear in the distance Booty's sweet voice calling for you.
Oh, Ola, dear. Oh, I hear Bootsy calling for me, but I was worried you were making some horrific noises.
The toaster cat curls up on Oler's abdomen.
Yeah, and like my hands just kind of like, I don't like open my eyes or anything, but I just like grab the cat and I'm like petting it.
Yeah, it's still like really hot to the touch, but not like burning your hand off.
I don't want to destroy it.
What?
And I like sit up, look around.
What was that, Ola?
I heard Booty.
Oh, yes, she's looking for me. I should probably go and see her.
Yeah, I bet she is.
Now, don't be jealous, Star.
I don't know why you spend time with her.
One day you might.
And you can hear like the the cat make some sound of like pain because I'm like gripping it really tightly. Whatever. You two go do whatever you're doing. I have important stuff to do.
Well, I just need to make sure you're all right. I'm going to go check on Booty now. And
Yeah, I just like kind of throw this cat in your general direction and stomp off into the junkyard.
Like clanks on the ground a couple of times.
yeah, and I'm
Kind of like that noise.
Perfect. So I'm gonna head over to where I can hear Booty calling for me.
Granny Gucci!
I hear you, darling. Don't come any closer. Just stay where you are. Mind the traps.
Traps!
Don't tell me you've forgotten as well. Oh my goodness. When Rill came looking for me, she was out of her mind, and she just as I'm saying this, I'm like coming around the corner where you can see me, and she just stepped right into a trap. Terrible.
Now I'm just like frozen, waiting to walk into a trap.
The toaster cat follows behind Grandma Gucci, and it gives you a baleful glare. Booty.
Yo, what the fuck is up with that like thing? What is that?
Oh, isn't it adorable? I call him Sam.
It's a good name, I guess. Listen, I saw something.
Sam.
I saw something really weird, and I really wanted to come and talk to you about it.
Certainly. And like I take her elbow and like lead her safely through the junkyard to the cottage.
I feel like Granny's hiding me or like pulling me away from the junkyard in like a weird way, and I'd kind of like to read her. Can I try and read her?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Right.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Goddamn.
Ah!
One question.
Partially. Fuck.
Let's see. Read a person. You can ask one of the following. Is your character
Okay.
telling the truth? What's your character really feeling? What does your character intend to do? What does your character wish I'd do? How could I get your character to blank?
I would like to know what Granny Gucci is really feeling.
That is a good question. I think she's really feeling still a little bit worried for Oler, as well as concerned that Booty is going to do something stupid and get hurt on her traps. Like,
And
she just wants everybody to live a happy post-apocalyptic life and, not be a horrifying bird monster. Can't always get what you want.
So I guess that like assuages my fears for the time being, and I open up to Granny Gucci and I'm like, listen, I kind of don't remember what happened the last few days, and usually that doesn't like bother me because I get into the gummy worms and shit gets kind of crazy, but this time it feels different. Do you remember? Have you seen me the last few days? What's been going on?
Well, when we came back from the... Do I remember anything in the last few days?
Yes, you remember the queen released Booty into your care.
Mm-hmm.
She was still kind of off in La La Land. And seemed to really be enjoying these terrible noises the woman was making. Booty, you remember it as the most beautiful music you've ever heard.
Right.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. She released her into your care and let the two of you leave the city.
And then, like, how much time has passed? Like, is it a day or 3?
Let's say it's been about a week. Booty has been attempting to recreate the music that she heard, but it sounds awful to you. And she's kind of been, it's like she's been coming down from a very prolonged high.
Gotcha. Well, it's been almost a week since we got back from the city. You've been trying to make some music. Yes, that's one way to put it. And, well, I've left you alone so that you can find your muse. Dear, I wouldn't want to interfere with the creative process and all that. I've been working on my little project, and, well, you know how time gets away from me in those situations.
Well, what project are you working on?
I was finishing up, well, plus I have this thing, and like we've gotten back to like her workshop by this point, and like the item, for lack of a better word, is on her workbench, and she like kind of gestures to it, like she's got like a huge smile on her face, like she is showing you a work of art, like a masterpiece, and she's so excited for it. But it's like a motherboard with a bunch of wires sticking out of it.
That is so hot.
Right. She's like, well, it's not done yet, but well, I was just working on this, and it's delicate, you see, delicate.
What does it do?
Well, what it does and what it's supposed to do are not the same thing right now, and I'm working on putting them into alignment, you see.
Can it make music? Can it make music for me?
I've never tried that. Maybe.
Can we try?
I don't know. Can I try? How would I do that?
It's a great question. I think we'll look at that over the break. And
Fair.
that we're not going to take immediately, but we'll talk about that. I think we see the two of you like standing over this thing and like pondering how you can get it to play music. Before we go into break, I want to see, Oler, where did you get off to?
I would love to bump into Rill.
That's what I want you to do too. I'm glad we could see eye to eye on that one.
So that is my profound hope.
Yes.
But I just wander off because I'm angsty teen at all times.
So I guess the question is, Rill, where does Oler find you?
You said I was in a room with screens.
You were before, but it's been a week.
It's been a week, so Do you have any information on like where in proximity this room was to anything else in the city?
No, you at first you were just high, but the screens did something to you. It's all a little fuzzy. You've managed to make it out of the city. I feel like you're probably somewhere in the subdivision.
Okay, so yeah, I think at this point I'm just burning what's left of the subdivision. I am tearing down what was once my shitty kingdom, for fun, and also I think I've had a shift of philosophy, and I want to show the people that were once part of anyone who's left anyway, who were once part of my cult, that it's better to sort of go it alone and not regroup. It's just easier that way. And now that I'm a Skinner, who's also an arsonist, and I also have my pet snake, I don't really need anyone else. Who, by the way, his name is Spike.
Spike.
So I guess if you were to happen upon me, I would be starting, say, in a cul-de-sac, have a can of gasoline, and sprinting around the cul-de-sac, tossing the gasoline into the yards with my beautiful robe flowing behind me and my giant boots stomping around the street, and then running back around and lighting it all on fire and just twirling and laughing and having.
It makes sense that I would find you because you're making a spectacle of yourself.
Yes.
You know, as they do. I think Middleman is there, and she's like clutching what's left of her arm, like her stump with her other arm, and she's crying because everything that she knew is being burned down, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. She can't help but to cry. So I think you are practicing your art. So yeah, roll your hot for me and let me see how this is going over. So partial success. So in the vicinity are Oler, presumably, and Middleman. So on a 7 to 9, spend 1. Spend 1 to name an NPC member of your audience, so I guess it would have to be Middleman, and choose 1. This person must meet me. This person must have my services. This person loves me. This person must give me a gift. This person admires my patron. Decide your patron. Is that a thing that we were supposed to do?
It's like if it's relevant.
Okay.
Because it would be in the moment, right? Like if you were being hosted by someone else or someone else was paying to have you do the art.
Right. That makes sense.
I think I want a gift. This person has to give me a gift. Make them give me a gift.
Do you have anything in mind? Are you like, now pay me?
Oh, yeah. I want anything flammable. Like if it's gasoline, it's Christmas. Matches works. Anything flammable, really. Ideally.
Some accelerant? Sounds like it's what you
That would be great. Yeah, that'd be good.
So yeah, Middleman is crying and like promising, like blubbering through her tears. She's like, I'll find you whatever you need. Thank you so much for putting an end to all of this. And she's like,
oh, you're so welcome. Bring me gasoline. Bring me anything else to keep burning everything down. It's going to be beautiful.
So yeah, Oler, when you find Rill, she's like standing in front of this like conflagration. Exuberant.
Yeah, I'm imagining like because you have this big long coat and there's all these like crazy updrafts. It's probably like getting whipped around by all this wind and stuff. Yeah, and Oler's just like, what happened to the party?
This is the party now.
And Middleman looks at you and she's like, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you want to play?
I don't know this game.
Yeah. I hand Oler the gasoline. And I say, come on. And I start running towards a spot where the fire is starting to die down. And I say, throw it on there and make it
And yeah,
look
you turn back and I'm like, I've like drunk some of it, and I'm like doing the like smacky mouth. And like,
and then I run over and I'm like, wait, don't swallow it.
I like catch it in my throat and kind of like cough it up.
I take
It was
out a
like-
lighter and I'm like, blow it into the air.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we do a little bit of like
And I
amateur
put the lighter on
fireball.
it. Yeah, I'm trying to get him to like blow it out.
Yeah, I'm sure none of us gets horribly burned.
No, it's probably fine.
But yeah, I'll hang out and do some fire breathing with.
Yeah, I kind of just invite you to play with fire with me and have a good time with it.
So
So your move hypnotic triggers, right?
sounds like.
This is
Sure.
what I'm feeling.
Let's see. It sounds correct. Let's see. Time in solitude with someone. Yeah.
I spent a delightful evening with Rill, lighting things on fire and possibly lighting myself on fire.
So I need to roll a hot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hmm.
Ah!
On a miss, I get the hold, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can spend your hold 1 for 1.
Cool. That's good. Yeah. So how much hold do I get?
You get 2.
Great.
So yeah, you rather than Oler being entranced by your ability to burn things down, you are instead like completely mesmerized by Oler's ability to like drink gasoline and like
Okay.
belch forth fire.
I love it. I imagine
It's
that it brings me so much delight to see someone participating that I'm just enthralled.
And yeah, like while I'm emulating you, I like my face changes to kind of look like yours. Like I look like a 14-year-old you briefly. And it's like, I imagine it's like as I blow the fire and I'm lit by this fire, my face looks like yours for a little bit and then it like changes back.
I like that a lot too. That makes me very happy.
So we have this beautiful scene of, or maybe horrifying. It's in the eye of the beholder, but of Oler belching forth fire with their face like melding back and forth, and Grandma Gucci and Bucci looking at this bundle of wires and motherboards like, how can we make this make something nice? And I think now that we've caught up with everybody and their goings on, we should take our first break. So we will be back in 5 minutes. Thank you for stopping by to listen to us be complete freaking weirdos. And we will be